poem about. It is about a fanciful wedding about to unfold before your doubting, dreamy eyes. Awake, blue sky woman, awake. Witness how ruminants of happiness spread to the statistically skewed edge of the whole known universe and blast old thoughts sky high. Today, two join, a subtraction that drives mathematicians to distraction. The union peaks on the highest mount hereabout. Hereabout, the up and coming out of the blue, strangers to the future. Many a buddy is bounding upward toward interaction simply because they revolve around the groom and his attraction, his pride, the beautiful bride. These wedding guests have been invited to share the Gasthaus Meglisalpolis high in the sky up there, where a felicitous feast will appear and disappear in a day and a moonlit night.
'Tis high tide, blue sky woman. Slip into the light, drift into sight. Now, at last, now that words distill what is left of that day and that night, when all shone just right. Let us know you were there, hovering. Mumbles the dreamer.
Today, the sky is day blue sky, like you, as blue as the you I resemble.
Murmurs the dreamer.
Wakey, wakey, blue sky woman. Today is the daybreak of your one day break, the one day when you are bound to be alive, if that word describes your florid paper-bound presence. Listen, the wedding is today. Yes, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but yes, today. Blue sky woman, dream yourself ejected into the wisp of a breath on the sky's deep depth, smack into your destiny. And your one-day, one-way destination is the almighty Meglisalpolis. Its south face, in fact, a surface craggy with white moss on shale and massed florets tufted there and a dearth of earth there and there. Blue sky woman, hang from the wisp of a breath in the sky's deep depth and wait. You are the guest transparent. You are the observer unobserved, forgotten in these once missing pages, found and brought to light late, but not too late.
Not far behind the birth cascade of the Rhine, one land divides into two geopolitical states of being. If one is green, the other has elected to be in pea brown. If one is European, the other has voted for folk and town. A wedding procession of Volvo, BMW, Mercedes, and Golf rolls at 10 kilometers per hour towards the pea brown and a dangerous, gargoyle-faced inspector of passports and other vital signs. Blue sky woman, who dropped from the sky so as to be along for the ride, sees as it happens that border controlling is a risky business and cedes the focus to the man in his business. Gargoyle Face himself.
Gargoyle Face has flatulence, dyspepsia, ants in his pants, and no home life to mull over. His nose is pattern, His cheeks are brass, his beard is green, his eyes are bright. He jerks his thumb just like a clown. His face is twisted in a frown. He spits the words that crown the frown. Stop! Roll over! He signals to one of the wedding party, singling out an orange-dyed man. Schengen of restrained foreigners who asks, why this disparity? It is my job! Gargoyle's 10 words gush to irritate you just as much as I am able, and I am able, if I must, to rub your passport into dust. I am Gargoyle the Great. Tremble at my granite feet. Offer me nice francs to eat. Cantilever my obstinacy with your great hate. However, do not defy the need to heed. You stand on the wrong side of my gate. I detect a foreigner mixed in this gaggle of wedding guests. Disembark that virgin white vehicle, absurd with ropes of forget-me-nots and Queen Mary honeysuckle. Tell me who you be.
Schengen spoke in his impeccable English. I am a wedding guest. I am invited.
Gargoyle face pours forth a stream of scorn, intestinal fermentations and flailing root canals. He frowns again and fists a plastic writing board. I have no interest as to where you are going. I must know where you come from. Name your very vidi vanquished. Gargoyle's voice is ash and soot. It sears the throat to hear it.
Schengen is the beloved of Uza, the bride-to-be sweet young sister. His papers are print and thick with comestible-looking compostellas, round and crisp. He owns francs enough to fill a charcuterie, and faith enough to surmount moving mountains. Schengen has nothing to fear. And besides, Uza is a UN employee, and so above the law of the land, however it lies. And besides, their love is true.
Blue sky woman is obliged to be shy, silent, pelting masses at those belted behind glass. She observes the scene unseen.
Do you know where you are, boy?
Schengen puzzles. I pledge allegiance to the flag of and to the republic for which it substitutes. One nation under God invisible, with freedom and justice for all.
No, this is not America. We are a democracy.
God save the king.
Frankly, no.
Beethoven also whispers, think.
Ode an die Freude. Juhaba.
No! Sort of. Almost warm, not hot.
Switzerland has 23 cantons. They are enshrined in chocolate miniatures, its principal export.
Not bad. Almost there. Follow me.
Usa and Schengen daren't defy, for they are scared and spy no way to disobey. Gargoyle Face directs them into his corrugated container, built to contain him while something permanent was constructed umpteen years ago in the temporary past, when he still had hope under his heart on his sleeve. The container contains a tortoise shell, stuffed alligators, and fishes that are freak Darwinian misfits, empty boxes, green earthen pots, cracked rubber balls, and musty seeds, remnants of packing twine, and rose soap with preserved petals, skimming the skin of the cake, resembling so exactly fluorescent pink beetles that both of the young couple were drawn to look twice, then to approach, then to touch, then to pick up the soap to inhale its spice.
That caught the border control officer's attention. A smile pictured his face, and he assumed a posture of detention. His communication was fulsome.
When I have a spare hour to spare, when Homeland Security is not at red or orange alert, and there are such days, though rare, then I Google up resources to increase my collection, which I note with approval you are compelled to admire. I call this my Romeo and Juliet apothecary, a mouldy room devoted to frustrated lovers, all those who are torn into unmarried. I use the technique called syntax of decomposition and snare the delusions of those who exhibit no surprise in this dungeon. Those unfit pairs who make no touching or use their senses not at all, but scurry into the intestinal fright of themselves, hiding in appendixes and colons. It's only dungeon, this room, an installation used to separate grain from the chaff, and a truth test tube you've passed through. I hereby award this strange man his pass. Join the wedding procession, you two true lovers. Pass this way. Follow the signs of the freeway and you can't miss it.
Gargoyle Face waves the young couple away and walks to his city room with a cigarette to illuminate, so as to reflect or forget miracles.
Blue sky woman swims up, up and away into the infinite blue, perfect in flight, an evolutionary delight, sensual.
The wilting wedding party drives on into the body of Milka honey, geographically invented as pyramids and inverted pastures, lowlands devoted to gold and diamond prisons that imprison the sun's light most cruelly.
But indefatigable light escapes from the near clouds in blue radiance.
Love wins this day, Usa rasps. She rubs Schengen's carapace with her feverish lips, mwah, until he shines like a burnished locust, a medallion to love.
Gargoyle Face is far behind, guarding an old and rusty line, invisible to the naked eye.
Guests hike up the Meglisalpolis.
Ahead, behind bushes of fragrant roses, the Meglisalpolis poses. Abandon your automobiles, belt on your backpacks, we will hike to the wedding. The bride, in her pride, jokes with the invited. Who will be the fastest up? She straps on her elevator shoes and disappears. Her dear forever near. The answer is clear.
Child cousins,
sea of plant life, hued and colour-coded. The first flushes of milkweed and liverwood, walking the planks of slate, slanting statically through verdant sweeps. Spread against the sky, magnify. The prospect of a laboured climate.
Blue sky woman sees the dwarfish wedding procession straddling like barn poles along the hull of the path. The youth are the sentinels, sensing their way with stocky sticks carved for this special day in homey woodward atelier.
Meglisalpolis, this day, this year, this bride, this groom. And will you take a look at the magnificent broom blooming every which where on the crest of the hillock?
Na 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 na, who's the king of the mountain?
Ginster!
Ginster on the rocks, looks good enough to drink.
The corollas of flowers excrescent in July. Where the sun is, the dancers are also nearby.
Flow meadows, flower power, flower fragrance, flower grace, crevice, cliff, craggy rock face. Excuse me, flower, have you the hour?
Not at all. My timepiece is burning on the mantle of my fireplace, and I wear no special mantle for your height today. The sun is my constant flame.
Meglisalpolis, in its one revolution around the sun, is home to 100 flowers. See them gyrate in concentric spirals towards the one who lights their fire? They want the shadows to swarm away. Their flagrant plant life obliterates the blades of grass, June bugs, cocoons, beetles, death's head moths, stick insects, blending in with twigs. There is no ensued ground to speak of. All is a red and purple carpet of petals, running, no, jogging around obstacles, up to the Meglisalpolis.
Yes, 'tis true. Take what you see. If there is one thing that rarely deceives, it is a pair of eyes.
We are the seed pods of the Odyssey. We are the herbs, the shrubs, and the trees. We are the clovers. We are the bees. Ours, the roots of genitival immortality. Ours, stamens, flaming, rich air inflammatory. We are the contours of your Odyssey. Walk us, trample our sackles. The stamina of the non-humans brings us return. Leave us a home for your homelessness, your existential angst. You, wanderers, trudging purposely, set up towards high glee. Justified forsakers of low ground, soak your sleeves and your hands in one bright day. We know Blue Sky Woman has escaped the apparent vehicle filled with all people and parents to the sky transparent, filled with the eye. Blue Sky Woman stitches you into our landscape. Her revolving eyes see all. Silently, we witness you. At the path's entrance, you were upright, colorless, drained, coated in shame. You came down hard. Towards the egress of the pilgrimage, we sense you waver above us like a mirage, unbuttoned to blamelessness, one step at a time. Clamor over our carpet of colors, each moment increasing consolidation. Weep for joy, silently, if you must. We feel you whimper as we do. As we do, quiver in the elements. Sun.
We are not of this earth. We, the builders of straight tracks, wedding guests though we may be, we climb vertically, straight like arrows, to an object carrying along our eyes like costly burdens. Our vision casts beyond this wedding track. Our sharp globes that see both sides of pretty scenes, and without our consent, blend one view with another, and create from it a central sightline, the fusion of two halves. For in that fix, there is our reason. You, specimens of nature, we recognize your winds and twists. Spirals are your domain. Circles, your conclusion. Growth and degeneration, see the seasons of your multifoliated lives. Your eyes are everywhere, nowhere, shut and open.
A pack of lumberjack soft pines stacked in rows divine, line our two straight paths. Human minds, animal eyes steer our clumping feet, clutch our earth with our man-made roots, weakened by our straightened teeth.
Our far-sighted visions overlook the detail of our tangled sprouts, our clumps of earth, our clutches of maggot eggs, larvae that clump and cling, our roots that squeak, the breeze that strums, the birds that hum and squeak and speak.
One mouthful flaps, dives now, snatches a field mouse, engorges, rises, flaps insanely, stationary, dives, emerges, dives, and dies.
Die Klumpen von lumpigen Knochen, rain, light as feathers, over field and distant plain, light as the straw from pain that broke her camel's aching back. Though it was a mere mite of chaff.
Over hill and over trail to little inn snug in the dale. Straggle in with draggled guests galore. They declare the view is glorious. And yet,
Egad, this place is full of stones and holes for critters. Amid the Egyptian pureblood and those lowly lowing cows, could this valley hold one more of us?
Aunt Ochre is not here, you say? You think she took another way?
Blue sky woman lopes down the current air current to locate the lone trudging woman, trudging lonesome toward a fulsome company.
Ochre staggered, bumped his chest, and died. Leaving hefty Aunt Ochre, such the fond nickname from the bride, to walk this earth as best she can. And that is well enough, she says. Aunt will take the climb alone. She was adamant.
I walk on my own, or not at all. I will not comply with your request that I be guided. Ochre accompanies me. He's adequate company. No earthly harm will befall me. And remember, I have impromptu vocalization to fall back upon.
She is famous for composing on the spur and holds a post in extemporaneous communication at the campus of weather and thought.
Hours later, Aunt Ochre is the final guest to arrive. A sore sight, a fright, wild-eyed and straggle-haired, clutching an oversized handkerchief all twisted and wet, oozing fear, and smelling like a beer barrel of sweat.
Aunt Ochre, said Bright Dawn, did you see a ghost?
What? Niece of the morning, bride of the day, I've seen a host of ghosts. A slew, hidden in clay like beef in a stew. Something told me to climb this hill from its back. Something told me to not want the beaten track. Do you know what I know? I wish I didn't, though. War dead are buried by the cliff down below. I dare the state to call forensic anthropologists and excavate. They'll find my guileless allegation tied to fact. Excuse me, darling niece. My darling niece. Oh, my favorite darling. I feel a poem coming on. When it's set on white, in black, I'll recite it. Shall I?
Dawn the Gracious beamed from ear to ear. There is nothing Aunt Ochre would rather hear.
I, Aunt, have outwalked that dreadful patch below. You probably do not know that green field of disguise where no sheep graze, where no lamb's butt bouncing utters, where no animal's large eyes gaze. I walked by, yowling impromptu vocalizations to give me courage in my tone-deaf and off-key way. The cattle there, on the hump of the hill, twisted their ears and stared, and approached and stayed rock still, attending to my impromptu voice. I am proud. I sing to cows, and they listen. Below, still in the valley, I passed a dark green plot where fragile fences exclude all grazing beasts. There, I saw a distant rock outcrop, as if scarred, endowed with concealed, harming meanings left over from a forgotten generation. That distant rocky cliff, a mile beyond the field I speak of, seen from the hill I speak of, it magnified past primordial. In the distance, a young man, a younger girl, from far, fogged in imaginable mystery, from far, I heard their early morning voices wail. Then I knew, in a flash, about the field I speak of. In this loam lie many murdered, human, dead. I am a water diviner. My thoughts point down where heaviness sinks into the solemn, secret past. One field beyond the field I speak of, sheep grazed randomly, gamboled, moved in clumps, indifferent to my voice and thoughts. I walked on, of course, up and up the hill, sliced by rills and grazed by cows. The cliff face is unspecial, humid with animal warmth. The air is unencumbered by ghosts. It is an unspooky scene, and I stay a moment, protected within my view. Of course, I will not return the way I came. My thoughts were fogged by that selfsame field, green with luscious grass and lacy, opportunistic flowering garden, silent with its secrets. I will outlive my sunken feelings. I will absorb the pain of untimely endings. There are modern monsters on these paths. When I descend again, I must watch to not be splashed by mud.
My dears, don't be downcast. Hi, Meglisalpolis with me. We are all together a jolly wedding party. And Oka reminds us with her poetry, this is a day that is out of the ordinary. 3 cheers for the ant extraordinary. Hurrah! Hero! Hurrah!
Banish these thoughts of praise, and I will banish those cows that graze beside unmarked graves.
Sad Aunt Oka said sweetly.
Tickle her to death, cracked a voice from the crowd. Make her laugh till she forgets. Make her laugh till she's proud. She's the ant of the gown, and a splendor to sore eyes. A blessing to annul every stinking, sinking thing in disguise.
Oh, what a joke! Oh, you mix the smoke in my broken wheels. I'll dance till I reel. I'll laugh till I feel happy and happy with hope. I'll roll with the punch. No stuck in the mud me. It's farewell and forget to la recherche du temps perdu. To today, a day when all gleams with you. To today, hey!
The wedding guests cheer.
Let the festivities begin.
Let light and blue win.
Blue sky woman vanishes into the nether transparency, sucking the thumb of delusion and consuming the hope of oxygen. She floats suspended effortlessly. Bridal preparations.
Sassy Pig, the pious bridesmaid, spoke in a sing-song as she flung those thick, blonde hair about. My fingers long to lick this compliment to perfection. I must rip apart the very rope of life before I braided my best friend's hair in multifarious, brilliant, fantastic twists. It must be a hairdo done beyond beauty. It must catch the eye of God when you stand before the altar. And he too must be sleek and neat. The groom, I am sure his best man will see to that.
The room was gifted with a year-old bulb, its incandescence failing. The room sank into night. The bulb was old, its incandescence failed. In the fathomless gloom, the bride's hair shone like spun gold. In the glow, the bride's eyes were aglow in the dark stars. The bride's eyelashes cast quarter-moon shadows across the stairs. She and Sassy Pink emitted tiny, rapturous trills of thrill, till Aunt Oka carried in a new bulb and asked Cousin William to screw it in. Tiny, rapturous giggles of glee.
The church wedding.
Alpine Chapel speaks to its silent occupants. My walls are granite. My roof is slate. The floor you tread is brown and red stone. In bed with slurry, hard as rock, enduring ages. My walls are lined with stations of the cross to remind you contemplatively of supper. My windows four are transparent boundaries to the wild world. My clear windows invite the wilderness to
Behold, today a young man and young woman stand before you, asking your mouths for blessings, your hearts for healings, and me for symbols with eternal meanings. Behold, I lift up these climbing ropes, for we all know these two are mountain climbers who defy gravity time and again with dynamic ropes and abseil techniques and knowledge of each other's intentions that speak as loud as words. Take these ropes, both of you, not your ropes, each of you.
Dawn and her honey, Moon, knotted the ropes, one in her way, one in his way, and neither in each other's ways. The pastor held the ropes aloft.
Behold, an alpine butterfly for her and a clove hitch. You are hitched, young man.
Laughter, uberal, the walls did echo.
And now, the rings. They draw a circle around JOYN. You are now united.
Laughter, uberal, the walls did echo. We do everything true. Instinct, healing, true way. Through green and rock and light, our love guides. Limpid channels, rounded granite and basalt, deep down shine like jewels. Deep down, beyond the bend.
Limpid gold girding our digits, we cross the bridge together. Fearless arm in aimless arm.
Pure, the word refines, grows garments, perfumes the daylight air.
Blue sky woman, shadow out. This is our poem, ours alone.
After solemnity, comic relief. In the profane inn, not the chapel of belief, guests change into chaplains, country bums, mountain chums, and eloquent glockenspiel, joyfully plundering the realm of ideas. Let the party begin.
Now, tell me who you are again. My prosopagnosia leaves me blinded before faces. Recognition is my bête noire. Though I can see, I cannot recognize. It is a syndrome, Greek in origin, but now recognized as a neurological thing.
Oh, how interesting. Well, since you asked, I was the one who told you. My father finished his days as a splat in Beijing, victim of a poor street crossing.
At the top of the stairs, he hit his face into the crook of his arm. I said to him, "Hi, lemon yellow, little 9-year-old boy, let me see your face." He would not. Instead, the bashful child floated down from the top stair like a balloon losing air. I am his older cousin. I caught him safely and pulled him close to me. As happy fate would have it, high as we are, there is less gravity.
I am rereading a book about seeing no evil, is speaking no evil, and doing no evil. The title, nothing remarkable. The human animal, that's it. You see, even took me a second to remember. Yeah, the connection is made in the final page on the final line. Yeah, strange title indeed, if we comprehend our innately imperative of responsibility.
We are responsible for our own habits, I tell you. And if I tell you, it's because it is so. Yes. Us. Us. We are.
Burnt orange dashed up the stairs into the bridesmaid's chest and upset a red Coke and a red straw in her Coke, and it sailed through the air like a boat and slid into Saffron's left shoulder. He caught the disobedient object, his lips pursed like pliant, pale, pink Play-Doh. And as it slid into his close woven knit, emerald dark green dirndl jacket with 5 silver buttons.
Oh Lord, I'm a victim of circumstances.
From where?
I am from Luxembourg.
Ah, in Switzerland.
No, in the pond of Europe. It is nestled like a lily pond between the goldfish of Germany, the frog of France, and the today here, tomorrow gone, water spider of Belgium.
Ah, I see. In modern identity with your nation's ways, it is a beautiful fluted lily pod. You will know that, say.
No doubt, if I were to praise. And you?
Ah, I am an autochthone who is native to her home. 5 breathless siblings, diplomat father, and adored mother. We neither lacked for schooling nor for Our house, conceived by that youthful Elatiti, nestles between 2 gentle hills. We face south, own Arab mares, solar panels. Our water pump leads to an aquifer. I am, so to speak, warm with health, and my heart beats slow. Thoughts I keep are happy stars. Even at night, while I sleep, they glow. Shall we find some men and dance with the bride and groom?
What? Do my ears deceive me? You said gloom.
Gloom! Spoke of glow. Groom! Groom! Right, and that reminds me. Grooms sweep our stables with homemade brooms. Thick, salt, flowering reeds. My favorite horse is Life. L-E-I-F. Like life.
Isn't it Leif? Like lay?
Maybe it should have been. But too late now for my old mare to intone the name of an Irish explorer who thrust us into the back of a train. But I wonder. Come, let's join the dance.
Nature is the best form of art to me.
Clearly, there is one here who would formally embrace blue sky woman as an anthropomorphic art form, were she to make herself clear.
Who's that beautiful diabetic?
How do you know so much about this originally?
It's obvious.
Dinner time. Never will you ever eat as well as tonight. I was told by that old man.
Who, the cook?
The wedding dinner.
Val Renault Blanc, 1984. Val Renault Rouge, 1983. Appenzell beer, water, bubbly as a late spring brook, or water flat as a hat. Sat upon by 5 fat, floundering floozies, each piled into the other's lap. Ribella, Flunder, Coffee, Grappa, Poire Williams, Gurgle, Guzzle, Green, Mud Horse, Pate, and a salad of crabs. We serve crabs. Actually, we serve anybody is nailed to the Dutch kitchen door.
Aunt Oker points to the sign with her index finger.
If the staff were serving in disguise, they would serve to nobody. Nobody at all. And that, she said, she says in high spirits. So please, laugh!
It wets the whistle, all that drink.
Oh, the food, glorious food! Piled hillocks on plates nestled between pyramids of olive rolls and butter muffins, surrounded by black-eyed daisies and blue cornflowers, woven together by multicolored banners, streamers, and ribbons.
Frische Berner ravioli, auf Bambusbutter mit Gemüse Garnitur, or Swedish-style pork filling, but with potato, apple gratin, and baby vegetables, and
Fromage cru of grass on their bed of lavender, or lavender sorbet with cardamom biscuit and Biberly ice cream parfait with Zimt pudding on, or
Greek honey cakes stolen from Olympus, and
or
yum yum!
wedding cakes in the shape of hearts. And the new husband jokes, the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
A menu of refined taste that is a poem in itself requires no rhyme, no alliteration, no assonance. For how can a poem be poeticized without lessening its gustatory effect?
Blue sky woman wishes she knew the answer, but nobody has heard the question. Nobody hears her say, if you don't know, eat, manja, this meal is a rare treat. The gift.
If you were king and queen, says Indigo, the guest in blue, I could offer no more splendid marvel than I offer you, the couple of the day. Here is my gift, a robot who can move and play and talk and tell more than you think. You do not say, and yet I hear your inquiry. Who is this crafty creature Indigo craftily constructed? Coleridge, old Samuel, remember talk of him? He wrote the saga of the ancient mariner. A.M. was a homo faber whom the tall tale tells could do nothing apart from suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous weather. This robot is my ancient mariner. Indigo continued, revving up the speech. I offer you this ancient mariner in celebration. He is programmed to be excluded from your future, O bright and happy brood. He celebrates your indenture to joy, your escape from the past. Now, I will be silent. Watch how my robot whirls, an entity programmed to change systematically.
The robot opened his arms, twin sausages umbilicaled by oil rings. His head swings left, right.
Someone, give him something, yells dear Indigo.
Lemon Yellow winds up his toy, Black Poodle, who jumps high in a somersault and lands, looking like an outcast lamb in distress. Lemon Yellow offers his toy, the little poodle dog, to the grown robot man.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
The child's voice quavered.
But he is caught! Your dog is ensnared by the robot man! Lemon Yellow's mom divulged.
The robot man snatches the dog shut.
And closes his metallic arms ever more tightly consequence might be. They rolled and they tangled. What a pair! The ancient mariner and his little friend, umbilical in his arm parts, like papa and son. Then they all heard a ratcheting noise. An accident, here, on the dance floor.
Robot is crushing the poodle. It's cracking his back.
I knew it, Indigo said.
Black poodle is shredded into component-stitched parts, gutted. Cotton flacons extruding white fibers of themselves, smelling like a sun-dried settling confetti, real at last.
The upturned face of the toy dog owner is replete with tears. It has to be. Blue sky woman speaks, she in motion at last. But none of the guests remember to hear her. They only feel that harmony is nearer, almost touching, almost a body hovering, almost a blue veil, verily vital, translucent shine.
In a moment, all was motion again. Lemon Yellow's mom shouts to Indigo, and you tolerate this! You did not push a button to stop it! It means you're in compliance, and at a wedding too! How revolting!
But he is the ancient mariner. How else should he behave?
Cried frightened Indigo, who needed a shade.
And the little dog was evil.
Lemon Yellow gushed as if his words were ventriloquized, which they were.
I did not say that.
He declared in the voice of a bear.
The ancient mariner grew an electric grin. I said that, he declared. I am manufactured to think that black poodle is the devil. I crushed it, proof it is evil. It is the devil. I crushed the devil. Indigo concluded, happy again. Now, AM, this is your PM. You've come to your end. This, dear guests, dear couple of two, this is the show I've invented for you.
Indigo flipped a switch. AM started to twitch. He collapsed and he stuttered as he dropped to the ground.
I do not want to die. I do not want to die. Ah, do not yank my wires. Ha, no, yank my alpha, bolt, screw, ich bin ein Ding, Scheiße.
The mariner reverted to his prime mover, disgorging primordial syllables, one oracle at a time.
Ich bin made in Germany. Now his epitaph. Poor chap.
Aunt Ochre exclaimed,
Oh my! The thing can die. I'm glad he's done. His talk was glum.
Moon chimed in with the final words.
Out with the old, in with the new. Today we are ringed by a circle of blue. The colour of joy, the colour of true, and an indelible, impermeable, stone-hard glue. Not a one of us shall stumble into the nether parts of nowhere without that the others shall pull him back from somewhere. This is the promise today. Hooray!
Time is galloping, extruding fake tendrils of itself that syringe like locomotion. It won't be long now before these guestly beings epiphany their longing, belonging together under this rotunda, wide domed as the curvature of space, where blue sky woman somersaults through loops of infinity, making time before the forethought of before thought dawns on these pulsating, colorful beings who now know e pluribus unum. Look down on them as blue sky woman does. See them flex their muscles of feeling, chuckles and sharp, playful yelps of delight, lighter than soft froth, strip the night air bare of black-stroked velvet. The guests are peeling the dark away, making hay on the bare-backed steel edge of time, neographically real. And I sense no danger, no fall off the plate of the world, no terra finis. That old wives' tale. Such is a day in Meglisalpolis, a day ringed by ever-together Alp peaks, a prismatic day for a ringside of together guests, a day for forever. You also, blue sky woman, slip into sleep